Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? Meet Pepper. Say hi, Pepper. Hi. Hi, Pepper. What we're going to talk about today is what people are seeing and experiencing in everyday life when it comes to being of a prepared mind. And I get sent pictures, videos, and emails. And if you would like to do so, my email's in the description box below. Right, Pepper? Yes. So she's home now. She's home now. Yes. Okay. So what are we going to talk about first, huh? So this first email comes in from a community member, and she said, I wanted to share how I made a lot of dog toys over the years. I had a lot of these old oval rugs, and I got them from the thrift store. If you cut the rope braids apart into a long rope, you can cut in different lengths and knot the ends to make rope bones. And if you cut it in little longer lengths and tie two together in the center, then you knot the ends and you have made a four-legged spider. Shape that into multiple dog toys that like to play tug of war, Pepper. And you can make so many toys from one small oval rug. I remembered this that I had done when I heard your recent video of ways to cut back on spending. Just a suggestion for everyone. Well, thank you. You know what? I bet you Pepper would like one too. So this email comes in from a community member, and she said, I am one of those rare people, my husband and I. We don't use a bank. We don't even have a bank account. We don't even have a savings account. We have nothing to do with the bank because they have closed our accounts before too, and they lost all of our money by putting it in someone else's account, and they refused to give it back to us. That is absurd. That's a lawsuit, sweetheart. Why didn't you get a lawyer? That's what I would have done. Wow. What bank was it? Tell me. So here's an email from a community member, and she said, these are the 15 items that will disappear from store shelves starting next month. Baking supplies, asparagus, antibiotics, maple syrup, Dijon mustard, baby formula, salmon, lentils, vanilla, like real vanilla, mango, high quality beef cuts, winter clothing, grapes, pet food, and sweet potatoes. So knowing this, let's get a little bit extra the next time we go shopping, okay? Especially when it comes to our baking supplies. You know, you can take biscuit mix and you can make anything with those. The maple syrup, that's universal. You could put that on a lot of things. You really can. So I would stock up. I would. And here's an email from a community member. She said, these thefts equal drugs. I agree with you. She said, my parents live in a small town, Midwest population 800. Lots of thefts, lots of drugs. Small towns are turning into ghettos with practically no law, worse than any plague. I've even noticed, especially today, people are very aggressive in stores. Yeah. That's why I do a lot of my shopping online, because I just can't handle people anymore. I really can't. She said, I nearly got run down by a group of people in Dillon's. Really? Literally, I have to say, excuse me, pardon me, no one knows manners anymore. You're so right. You know, it seems like people just forgot what morals are anymore. They really do. You know, and it's really sad because, you know, when we were growing up, our parents and our grandparents, they instilled in us what morals are, what manners are. One ear out the other for today. No kidding. So then she said, especially when it comes to being in line, they want to be in your personal space, inches from you. I know. I'm that person, you know, arm's length, man. You know what I mean? There's no reason to be that close to me. She said, I can't tell you how many times I've asked people to back up, head on a swivel, watch your surroundings. Please share with the community. Thank you. You're welcome, sweetie. And now before I go, here are 2 videos that were sent in by community members. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I will see you in the next one, okay? You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fear less. Ciao.
Some executive orders are currently in effect. And I'm not going to call off the numbers just to save time. Seizure of all communications, all. Everybody knows what the word all means. It means CBs, ham, you know, everything. Everything, all. Seizure of all electric power, fuels, minerals. Seizure of all food supplies. Seizure of all means of transportation. Seizure of all American population. Seizure of all American population for workforces under federal supervision, including dividing families as necessary. Seizure of all health, education, and welfare facilities for both public and private. Empowering the post office to register all men, women, and children for use in whatever they want. Who's the post office under, folks? No, but who do they actually report to in the government? This will surprise you. Because of a little twist, they report to the Department of Defense. Department of Defense. Seizures of all airports and aircraft, all housing, all railroads, storage facilities. Now this one's one that gets you on anti-hoarding. You try to keep food in your house. You know it's a crime today to keep more than 9 months' supply of food. It's a crime to do that. And if they find you doing it, they can take everything you got, take all your food. You've got to be dependent on them, and that's what they've got to have. And of course, we've got 13083, which takes away all the state's power and puts it in the hand of the federal government. Eddie mentioned the other day, like your talk, I guess you can tell that by now. Mentioned the other day this thing about deleted versus revoked and all that kind of stuff. All these different words mean different things. And if you think that deleted kind of means revoked and means repealed and all that kind of stuff, let me tell you a secret about 13083. Somebody mentioned the other day it had been suspended. Suspended is not revoked. Suspended means to be temporarily halted in time. They can put it back anytime they want to when the need arises, and they will. The money problem. I helped some people file suit against the Federal Reserve for violation of Title 12, 411, which says, imagine this, Federal Reserve notes redeemable in lawful U.S. money at any Federal Reserve bank or the Treasury. Guess what? I go in with a bunch of bills, and I go up to the teller and play dumb, which is not hard for me. And I say, I want to redeem these for lawful U.S. money. And she goes, what do you want? I said, lawful U.S. money. She says, what's? I said, I don't know what it is. Just whatever it is, I want to swap this for lawful U.S. money. Just, you know, whatever you want to give me, just give me. That's all I want. Because we had to make a case for the lawsuit. And she says, well, you know, are they dirty? Are they torn? No, but I want lawful U.S. money. Because if these are redeemable in lawful U.S. money, they must not be lawful U.S. money. We filed a lawsuit against the Federal Reserve in Atlanta, against the Federal Reserve Board and the Treasury of the United States. It turns out that they come out and they say something really weird, which is that a dollar, a Federal Reserve note, is an abstraction for a dollar. An abstraction? What's that? Black's Law Dictionary, page 10. Abstraction, taking from with the intent to injure or defraud. Wrongful abstraction is unauthorized taking or willful or withdrawing of funds and appropriation thereof to taker's benefit. And that's precious. And we know what an FRN is, a Federal Reserve note is. We've looked at the picture. It says all debt. By the way, there's a pending restraining order against the Federal Reserve to get them to stop operating until they can comply with 12.411. However, don't hold your breath. The judge said that he's going to take at least 6 months to make up his mind, and I'm sure they'll come up with something real creative.